Hello everybody, Rich here with Black Dog Arms. Today we're going to do a review on the Bond Arms Backup. This is new from Bond Arms in 2014. It was developed as a special edition gun that's even easier to conceal and carry, yet still packs some power to it. Let me tell you a little bit about Bond Arms for those of you who are not familiar with them. They're a U.S. company. They're located in Granbury, Texas, and they make Derringers. And they make all kinds of different caliber Derringers. One of the more popular ones is their Snake Killer, I think they call it. It's a 45 long Colt and a 410 round. This particular model, the Defender, is 45 ACP. Both barrels are 45 ACP. The gun is 100% completely made in the USA. Even the parts to make it are manufactured in the United States, as well as Bond's grips and their holsters, all made in the United States. So if you're looking for a good made in the United States gun, this is the gun to go with. As I said before, this is the model, what they call the backup. Bond makes several different models of Derringer style pistols, and this is the backup. It's a 45 ACP. It has a 2.5-inch barrel. The barrel is interchangeable with all of Bond's barrels. It will fit this particular model, which gives you over 20 different caliber combinations or options. The overall length is 4.5 inches. It weighs about 18 ounces. The front sight is a blade style front sight with a fixed rear sight. Not much in your sights. It's basically, I mean, this gun is not, let's face it, with a 2.5-inch barrel, this gun is, we're not looking to throw anything accurate over just a few feet. I've shot this gun several times. It's a great gun. It's fun, but this is close up and personal. This model here is equipped with a trigger guard. A lot of your Derringers do not have a trigger guard. I personally like the trigger guard because I carry this firearm concealed. I certainly don't want this in my pocket, even though it is equipped with safety without a trigger guard. I like having a trigger guard. It makes me more comfortable. Speaking of the safety, it's equipped with a cross bolt safety. I'll get this up to the camera a little bit. Just your standard cross bolt safety on this firearm. One special thing about this, and this is a patent, this is only Bond does with this Derringers. They own the patent, it's their design. It's got what they call a rebounding hammer. When you fire this firearm, it only shoots single action. Obviously it's a Derringer. When this hammer goes forward, it basically rebounds back like an auto half cock as a safety procedure. I like that because when carrying a concealed Derringer in your pocket, as some of you know about the Derringers, who wants that firing pin riding right up on that casing in there? So that's nice. When this firearm discharges, it automatically rebounds back into a half cock position. It's automatic. With that in mind, when you're firing this firearm, you do not want to get your web too far up into the hammer. I have had that rebounding hammer, as it's called, rebound a bit back, get me in the hand, and it stings a little bit. So you want to kick back a little bit, and you don't have a whole lot of grip here to begin with, but that is a nice feature to have, rebounding hammer. Has retracting firing pins, spring-loaded cam locking lever for safety, for safer loading and unloading. It's right here. I don't know if you can zoom up on this a little bit, but this is your spring-loaded cam locking lever. You push it down, barrel comes up, spring-loaded so it returns right back. It's nice. Very easy to unload this. This model does not have a cartridge ejector. Most of all of other Bond's models do have a slide over here that'll assist you when you do open up your barrel to eject it. There's a slide that'll eject the cartridges. This particular model does not. I don't know if it's the only one, but this particular one doesn't. Most of theirs do have it. The stainless steel frame, the matte finish, was a perfect concealed carry. It's not real shiny if you're looking for concealed carry. And I do carry this concealed, as I mentioned before, and I carry it right in my front pocket. I just slide it in my front pocket. I load it up with 2 rounds in both barrels. I light it right in my front pocket, and I feel safe with it. I got the crossbolt safety on with the rebounding hammer. I feel safe. It looks like a little mound of keys. You got a mound of keys in your pocket. It's little imprinting, and the printing isn't even recognizable as a firearm. The trigger pull on this model is approximately 6 to 7.5 pounds to pull. But that said, when firing this, like I mentioned with the rebounding hammer, there's a couple things you got to get used to with this Derringer. Is that when you pull the trigger on this, you're going to pull back and down to get the fire. First time people fire this firearm, at least in my experience, they have trouble firing for the first time until I tell them to pull back and down. Once I've gotten used to it, I can fire it off fairly quickly. This is quality, well-made, sturdy firearm. It's great for concealed carry. Everyone loves shooting this firearm. I bring it out, it catches people's eyes, and they want to shoot it. I mean, it's got a rubber grip on it. like I said, it's not accurate, but it's a great firearm. It's easy to clean, very easy to change the barrels. To change these barrels, it's quite easy. You just need an Allen wrench. There's an Allen screw right there, about 10 turns, spins it out. Like I said, any one of the Bond barrels is interchangeable with this. It gives you over 20 different caliber combinations or options. You could do 38 through 57, 40 Smith & Wesson, 45 ACP, 45 Long Colt, 410, just to name a few. I don't know what all calibers they have out there, but according to their website, they have over 20 different variations that you can do. You can't go wrong with this gun. I highly recommend it. It takes some getting used to aiming, the firing, etc. I have a big hand, so I had to make some adjustments that Rebounding Hammer didn't get me. The cost of this is fairly affordable for this quality of a firearm. It's about 450 bucks. I think it's worth every penny. Let's load this up and take a few shots. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot a few rounds through the Bond backup. Typically I don't include the video on how to load the firearm because these are a review type video, outside of a how-to tutorial type. But since Bond is a unique firearm and not a whole lot of people know about it, we'll go ahead and show you how it's loaded. We're going to press down a spring-loaded cam lever. Go ahead and drop in 245 ACPs. I got the safety on, so we're going to go ahead and get a sight on the target, and we'll fire a few rounds out of it. If I were to pick a negative about this particular firearm, I would say that there's no extractor like on the other Bonds. Sometimes the casings will swell a little bit, especially with these reloads I have here. But that's one thing I would have, if I had a suggestion for Bond arms is to include on the Defender an extractor rod. But here we go, let's shoot two more. That's going to go ahead and conclude our review of the Bond Defender Derringer 45 ACP perfect concealed carry gun. Be sure to check out my other videos on my channel at Black Dog. We'll see you next time.